Welcome back to Cryptic Corner, a place where we take a deep dive into the mysteries of the internet and the occasional movie review. I am your host, Travis, and above me are my beautiful co-hosts, as always, Harry
What's up, guys? It's me.
and Jared.
Hi.
And today we have a guest, Stella.
Hello.
And today we're going to be giving you guys a movie review. Tarot.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, the 2024 one. I'm pretty sure there's a couple other tarot movies out
there?
there and or shows. Yeah. So this is the 2024 one. Literally came out
Yes.
this year.
So the release date was May 3rd, 2004, and its budget was
2004.
8 million USD.
2004. That was.
Fuck.
That was
I was
not
a
this year.
total of 2 years old.
2024.
I was what,
I didn't even notice I said it, bro. My brain just went on
Yeah,
autopilot.
2024, guys. Don't listen to anything Travis
May-
says.
Yeah, I'm the guy with the iPad. Don't listen to me.
He is an iPad kid.
No.
Shame. Shame.
No.
But yeah, it came
Literally
out.
proving it.
It came out May 3rd, 2024. Don't mind my blunder, Harry. You can totally not repeat that blunder.
Every time you say 2024, I'm gonna replace it with you saying 2004.
Yep.
2024,
It's canon.
2024, 2024, 2024, 2024, 2024.
This is a great start.
Stop making more work for me.
Yeah, so the cast, I'm gonna name off the cast right away. Never mind, I can't pronounce her name. I actually can't pronounce it.
Dude, have Google pronounce it, bro. Speak out loud.
Anyways, let me just continue with the rest of the stats on the movie. So their budget was $8 million. They grossed $18,771,004 across the U.S.
So
and
18
Canada.
million.
Yeah, 18 million.
It's Avantika Vandanapo. Sorry.
You got this.
Jesus.
That was I don't blame you for that. Jacob Batalon, which is Spider-Man's best friend. That
That's
actor.
why I know, man.
He's the short
Harriet-
fat guy.
Yeah, Harriet Slater. Humberly Gonzalez, Larson Thompson, Olin Fuere, and
Oh, yeah.
Wolfgang. That is crazy. Wolfgang Novogratz and Aiden Bradley.
Wolfgang. I don't know who that dude is, but he sounds
Opening
so cool.
weekend, fellas. Opening a weekend across U.S. and Canada, they made $6 million.
Was
the
it?
exact.
They made their
number-
budget back though.
Oh,
Yeah.
they in total worldwide they made $49.3 million.
Oh shit, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't make their budget back on opening day. Their budget was 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so they made it back over time, but it
Hey,
didn't
still
do
making
so
my
well
money.
when it was in the theaters.
I wonder
Which-
why.
That's why we're gonna talk about. So
I
really
can see
quick,
why it didn't do so well.
really quick, what we like to do when we do movie reviews, if you're just tuning in for the first time, is we'll give our initial score, we'll talk about the movie, and then at the end, we'll see if our scores change. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't watched the movie and you care to watch the movie, go watch that first and then come back and listen to our podcast.
Yeah, we'll
I
Play
wait.
wouldn't
this
even say
episode
that.
twice. Just
We'll
play it twice.
No,
so
I
we
wouldn't
get-
say
Well,
that.
We'll give you
The
10
movie-
seconds. 1, 2.
Oh my god.
3.
Stop it. They can pause. There's a pause button.
Okay.
We don't have to stop.
Hey,
We'll
I'll
also
just
play
say
the
this,
Jeopardy
it's,
music for you.
It's not even worth it because the movie spoils itself in the first 20 minutes.
Honestly, yeah. They give away, like, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my-
That's why the movie's so. I mean, I can go first.
Go for it. I mean, we
Do we-
need
wait,
to,
wait,
we need
hold
to
on.
do our ratings. We need to rate.
Before we continue, do we want to do a breakdown of the whole movie, or do we just want to talk about our
All
favorite
right,
parts?
Mark. Let me break it down for you.
Like, you know how we did like our last
Let's-
movie reviews? We just broke down the whole entire movie, or
I thought that we were going to do that for
basically,
the most part.
stuff happened and people died.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Typical
giving
horror
it
movie.
a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I could agree.
Too.
6.5 for
Really?
me. Yeah.
Really? I'm going to rate like
I
a
mean-
3 or 4.
Damn,
Really?
yo first negative. And I thought I was the negative one on the podcast. Holy shit.
I didn't like
I
this
think you
movie.
rated Slender Man better, bro.
Yeah, you did. You gave Slender Man
Yeah.
like a 7 or something.
No, I didn't. Horseshit.
Well, looks-
We gotta go back. I don't think you have rated a
Horseshit.
movie this poorly.
No.
No.
You liked
This
Men.
one's like a 4.
It was a
I
good
liked Men
story.
because it actually was engaging. Even it made
Men
me
was awful.
it made me feel
Butt
it made me
babies.
feel something. It
Back-
did
I'm
its job.
taking
It made me
the-
uncomfortable.
Dude,
Bag babies.
I hope you know you're digging yourself a hole because I'm taking that out of context.
Okay.
Back babies.
I don't care.
Butt babies.
Yeah. At
I
least-
liked Men
hey.
because it was comforting. It made me feel
When I-
It
something.
made me feel something. Yeah, like disgust.
No, when I saw Men, okay, when I saw Men, all right. How do I put this in words? When I saw Men, it did its job. Men was a horror movie. It made me feel horror,
Oh, it built suspense, is what you're trying to say.
and it built suspense. This movie,
Yeah,
like
mostly
the first
naked
20.
guy.
Oh no, that wasn't the scary part.
You like
That was your favorite
boys.
part, wasn't it?
That was my favorite part.
You
yeah.
like seeing the naked guy at the end, didn't you?
No, I liked him when he's like
Yeah.
The
walking around
naked
the
green
house.
man. Anyways, we're not talking about Men. Let's stop talking about Men. We're getting off track.
Yes.
Getting
You
off
see-
track. So the premise of the story is tarot card readings, horoscopes, basically a bunch of hippie shit. Okay.
The entire movie was like basically like the guy who made it was like, hey, what if we like turn horoscopes and made it scary?
I'm gonna read your horoscopes.
And
Yeah.
they just ran with it.
so
like
dumb.
like I said, the
Oh my
movie it
God.
splits up in the first 20 minutes. It's like, oh, you're the hanged man. And the guy was like, okay, so there's the hangman card, so they get hung. Yeah.
No, so
No, hung isn't a word. Hung isn't. They get hanged.
when she was talking, okay,
Hanged
so she,
it.
the let's talk about the first lady, right? Okay, so it's a bunch of like college friends, okay, and they're hanging out for the weekend at an Airbnb, and it started off like, oh,
Fuck
God, gave me
Airbnbs.
this campy vibe, right?
It,
Like,
yeah,
like
I thought it was
how-
parody at first.
Like how all horror movies start. A bunch of teenagers
Yeah.
hanging around a campfire, and then a whole bunch of scary shit starts to happen. Only
Yeah.
they did this to themselves. All right, there was a door that says "keep out." What do? They break into the door.
This
And then they were like-
I
Alcohol. They were
want to talk a little bit
Yeah,
more about the beginning.
they
college kids.
yeah, we drank all the alcohol.
We must find more.
And then they
They
busted
have
into
cell
this dude's
phones.
basement.
DoorDash exists.
When this movie just
No,
when
they
this
said
movie-
it. They said it was too far.
Yeah.
They said
Okay.
that.
Like in the middle of nowhere.
Even though when they were walking back at the very end of the movie, they was like, "Oh, we're just a few miles away from
Nuh-uh.
town."
Yeah, we just got
They
done
really
watching
did.
the movie.
Yeah,
I
I just
didn't
watched.
pick that up. Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
look, on the way back, they're like, "It's like, how long do we have to walk? It's a few miles from town."
It's a few miles.
Bro.
So anyways, so they break
So-
into this
But before that, I
person's
wanna-
basement.
This
Is it
whole
right if I
thing could
interrupt
have
a
been
little bit
avoided.
before that?
What's
Is it
up?
right if I interrupt before that?
Yeah.
When I I didn't know anything about this movie when I was watching it, but when I first started seeing it, at first I wasn't sure if this was parody or not, just because when it first started, it felt
The
really
acting.
goofy.
Yeah.
It did
felt
feel really
it
goofy.
campy.
It felt like scary
It almost-
movie.
It
Yeah.
felt like
That's
a
okay.
Snoop
That's what I was
Dogg.
going for.
Yeah.
it felt like a parody movie.
It felt like when Snoop Dogg and his friend broke into an abandoned house just to smoke the mega joint.
Yeah.
This movie had $8 million. That's a pretty damn good budget for a startup movie,
Anyways,
indie
Yeah.
style.
So-
First,
this behind me is like one of the first scenes. Okay. So they
for
break
those of
into
you
this.
listening, it's one of the two It's one of the scenes where the two girls are on the couch during the tarot
Yeah.
readings.
Yeah. So So they break into someone else's basement, and then it looks like a museum of just like random knickknacks and shit, like Ed and Lorraine Warren had in their basement. Just a bunch of like weird old creepy shit just sitting around, and they're like, "Oh hey, look! Oh, it's a weird." Out of everything in the entire room, they find a box with a pentagram on top. Okay, it's just sitting on like a towel or something. I can't remember exactly where it was sitting by.
Yeah.
But they're
It
like,
was in a cupboard.
they're like, "Oh, let's break open the cabinet and see what's in there." Like, "Oh, tarot cards," but these were like hand painted.
Yeah.
Creepy.
I found the design of the tarot cards creepy as shit. Like, I like the look.
They
of
did a
them.
good
Good
job
point.
there. That was
They
cool.
did a really good job. I was like, "Oh, that's really neat. Someone did a really good job on that." And then they're like, "Oh, well, you should read our horoscopes with the tarot cards." And she was like,
that.
"Well," she was like,
Well, it seems like a really bad idea. We're not allowed to use anyone else's cards, anyone else's deck.
and they somehow convinced her to read them anyways. And the first
Well,
one I
they're-
wanted to get to,
But they're
was
just like,
the-
please, it's my
Yeah,
birthday.
peer pressure.
And
I
she's like,
froze.
no, please,
I
it's my
froze. Okay,
birthday.
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, please do me. It's my birthday. You have to
Yeah.
do everything that I say.
Yeah.
You're my
The
slave for the day.
The birthday girl is the first victim, and she got the upside
Wait.
down priest.
Are we getting a little bit ahead of
She
ourselves?
got what she
I-
asked for.
I was gonna say, I really just don't want to get into that whole beginning because nothing really happened in the beginning. I wanted to get to the part where
No,
the action
no,
picks up.
exposition. They literally tell you the character's personality. Oh,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
the
for the whole
Joker.
tarot.
You're funny and you're kind of stupid. Oh, you're this guy. That means you're stubborn. Like
Well,
that.
that's
Those are like
exactly what your star sign means. You're a Capricorn.
Yeah.
You're a fucking bitch. Sorry,
that's
I
basically
can't.
what it was.
I don't actually know star sign shit, so that doesn't mean
I
anything.
don't know
Don't come
either.
at me in the comments.
I only know my
Dude,
own.
you're gonna make all of these star sign chicks really mad at you. You're gonna get death threats now.
Oh no!
I barely know
You
anything.
made
The only
fun of
thing I
my
know.
rock.
I'll make fun of
My
anyone's
sacred
rock.
stones.
The horror
My
concept
sacred
behind this
stones.
movie was hella fucking goofy, dude. It was hella
Yeah.
goofy.
I thought it was pretty
I think
interesting.
They could have done something better with it, I think, and they kind of dropped the ball. Like I was
I think it should've
excited
been-
for a new twist on something that hasn't been done properly before, to my knowledge. Like I've never heard of a tarot horror movie. I keep wanting to say taro, a tarot horror movie, and they do make fun of the pronunciation of it. That the token funny black man, no, not black man, the token funny like fat man. He said he calls it tarot, and everybody's like, hee, you're so silly, but that's not
Okay.
right.
But hold on, I'm gonna be real. Okay, his name was Paxton in the movie. He was the best fucking character out of the entire cast.
Because
He was kinda
that's like the
annoying.
whole he's a stereotype character of the token funny fat guy.
Everyone's a
But, like-
stereotype to a degree.
But that kind of goes to show, like, the movie was pretty shallow, and during the movie, when spoiler alert, when people were dying, I was talking to Estella and I was like, honestly, I really don't care that they're dying. Like, it's not
No.
it's not scary to me.
No.
I don't feel connected to them. Like,
No, they're not
whoop,
characters.
that happened.
Before we go in, I
If
just
any-
want to say cinematography was okay.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah, it
parts
was
that I
fine.
liked. There's the part at the beginning that I kind of liked where it showed the split perspective between the male lead and the female lead, where their words were contradicting each other.
There was
Y'all
a
remember?
lead? I thought it was the
Yeah.
whole group.
Dude, literally.
I think there were two. The couple that
guy-
had been
the
broken
couple-
up that told everybody.
Yeah.
Like they were kind of the main duo.
They're the main characters,
They got
Yeah.
the most screen time by far.
and they're the closest characters who got development, like any sort of
Yeah.
development at all.
Everybody else kind of just died being
Every-
dumb.
Everyone else was just existed to die. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well,
You was gonna say something?
yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you
was-
if I did.
So yeah, you're right. The two got the same, the most. What the fuck is up with me right now? They got the most screen time. They got the most character development, which still
You say
didn't feel
most,
like a
but
lot.
they got some character development. They got a character.
That's what. Yeah.
None of the other characters did at
The
all.
couple.
Yeah, the couple that they weren't a couple, they had broken up because of their star signs or something. Like they
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
match up anymore.
The dumbest reason
We
to
don't-
break up.
Yeah, no,
With
she
someone-
Was that the reason why? Was that the reason why they broke
relationship.
up?
Well,
No,
no.
it was- no, she did admit that she would like ask the cards about their relationship and like if they were good for each other.
Oh,
And
that-
she was like, anytime I asked, it was like no, and that we were doomed to fail, and that love would be the death of me.
You're so fucking
yeah.
dumb.
So that kind of that I feel like they were going for something with that. Like she actually has tarot powers. Did they talk about that? Did she have
no,
like
she didn't
lineage
have-
that was tarot powered or something
No, so the
from her
deck,
mom?
the deck of cards were cursed. From
Oh, I know
the
that, but I'm saying,
original
does she
owner.
have power too?
No.
He's
Because
asking. No.
she was
No.
talking about how like she always did the horoscope about her mom with cancer, and it always said she was gonna fucking die.
She has
So-
experience with it, but you necessarily don't need like
Okay.
any.
I was kind of
any-
hoping that they were going for something
abilities.
there, because like maybe they could
I-
if this was popular enough, there'd be a second movie. Maybe she'd have like tarot powers.
Please no.
That'd be so dumb, dude.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I'm gonna read your horoscope, bitch.
Yeah, let me read your horoscope with these cursed cards.
You're gonna get
You're a
hanged,
magician?
man.
You're gonna go hide in a box.
That was a pun.
Oops.
Uh,
So everyone
yeah,
got
they
their
did-
horoscope read.
Thank you for them.
yeah, we learned their personalities and how
We
they
learned-
die.
Yeah, she literally
basically
lays out the movie.
foreshadowed. Yeah, they
Yeah.
foreshadowed the entire
That wasn't
movie.
even foreshadowing
That's not
though. That
foreshadow-
was just
that's not
summarizing the future.
That's
I
not
guess,
foreshadowing. That's
yeah.
for eclipsing.
That's a clear. Yeah, that makes more sense. Like foreshadowing is like subtle. Like if you're
Mhm.
listening, then you get it. This
Oh,
they just
foresha-
laid out
think-
the yellow brick road.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
I'm
What
gonna-
did, what did she say
Down
about the
their
chick who
future.
got the priestess card? I can't remember
That-
exactly
That-
what she said.
You're gonna.
Oh,
You know,
ladder.
climb
Yeah, be
upstairs,
careful while
but
you're
be sure not
climbing.
to slip
Yeah,
and know when to
you're
stop.
climbing too fast in your life, so be careful. You might fall.
Yeah.
Oh my
Shit
god!
like
then-
that.
She fell.
And then what happens? The
She
next
fell.
night?
So-
No, she didn't fall. No, she Oh shit! Hold on, my hand's cramping.
What the fuck
No,
are you?
My hand.
Yeah, the next day. By the way, she went into the attic because the door of the attic kept opening. Creepy, I know. And then
Yeah.
she went up there to look, and the priestess like scares the shit out of her, and she
You know what
falls.
I don't get.
But it
I don't-
really wasn't that much of a fall.
Yeah, it was like
No, it
She
wasn't.
acted like she had triple concussion and 2 broken legs, and she was like
And a broken
crawling
arm.
like one arm down. Like it really was not that far of a fall. She
Yeah,
wouldn't
it
have
was like a
hurt herself
3
like
foot.
Yeah,
It was
I
like a 3-foot fall.
understand. I understand if she fell from the attic onto the first floor because she had a 2-story house, right?
that. Yeah,
But
but this
She
was
just-
probably 7 feet, 8 feet. That was it.
it wasn't
Yeah.
even. It was like
It
a
wa- it
4
8
wasn't
feet
even
is a
that high.
normal ceiling.
it wasn't even that high, and she just laid there. She was like, "I just got my ass kicked by a
You know what I don't
ghost."
get though? It's like she sees a thing coming at her, and instead of climbing back down the ladder, she just like stays on it. You know?
Yeah.
She's
And
just
then-
like,
I
And then what happens?
push me.
And then what happens?
she's like,
as she's crawling away, she gets pulled back, and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna get dragged up into the attic, and she's gonna get mutilated and mauled." No, what happens? Oh, got the
I
ladder.
fucking love.
Boom,
I
boom,
love this
boom.
part.
Yep,
It's
the
so
witch
funny.
raises the ladder and then makes it fall on her, and then raises the ladder and makes it fall on her.
This
I'm
was
being
one
real.
of this was
It
one of the
happened,
more
like, 6
stupid
times?
scenes,
Yeah.
I'm
and
being
that
real.
killed
That-
her. It
Yeah, that killed
killed
her.
her.
I'm being real.
They showed. I could see the costume design with how long the witch's nails and the fingers was longer than the actual actors or actresses' nails. So the way it wrapped around looked like she was just wearing a long glove. I like everything just kind of took me out of the moment, and that's what I'm saying. Like I just didn't feel connected to the death at all. It just felt silly.
Well, it's goofy. It felt like Looney Tunes, like parody.
Yeah.
I was sitting there and
But-
I was like, she slammed the ladder down on you like 3-4 times.
Oh,
How did
I
that-
think it was a lot, like 6 times.
It did. She wasn't like, it wasn't aiming towards her head. No, it was hitting her in the
No,
back.
it was like the middle of her back. Yeah.
Yeah, and that killed you. Excuse me.
I like how,
weak
like,
is your
blood-
constitution? Holy
the last
shit!
one, it made
Also
a
made
squishy
blood
noise,
splatter.
like a blood
It
squish.
blood
Yeah.
splattered. Yeah.
Definitely, like crushed her lungs.
It's- It's hard to.
Maybe-
No, I thought
It
it was like
was
her
the
lower
middle
lumbar.
of her back. It was like her lower
I thought it was like
back.
her lower lumbar. But I think honestly, it's hard to see something that like it's hard to see that scary when fucking this is a world where chiropractors exist. You know?
Couldn't you have? It was a ladder. Couldn't you have caught it,
Chiropractors
like, turn on
could
your
have
back
done
and catch
more
it?
damage.
No, she was disabled from the fall.
Yep.
Yeah, God had a nerve her in the movie.
I
Yeah. And then
guess.
like
No, chiropractor would have done more damage to that fucking ladder, dude. Oh my god. And then they were like, oh my god, she died? And a ladder was on her? Oh no!
Well, my
How does
thing
that
is
even
like
happen?
my thing is later on what happens with the like investigator talks to him, but we're not there yet. So
Yeah.
but yeah, all the characters are like really freaked out, like, oh my god, this is so tragic and sad, you know.
Yeah. Which I feel like a lot of that part was understandable. Like they glossed
No, I'm
over
fine
the
with
death
that.
of their friend a little bit, but like I think they milked it just right.
The next
That's
death
fine with
I
that.
thought was pretty entertaining though. Which was the handsome Chad dude who had that jawline.
Yeah.
He was heading home and he was like, oh, I'm gonna take the train or something. For some reason he ended up in a train yard. And that is where
He was
meets-
running.
Yeah, no.
He
So-
by the time
Running
he got
from the
to the
spooky
train
dude.
tracks ish area, he had to run away from
The hermit.
the hermit.
The hermit man. Yeah.
So he was already
Yeah.
running. That's why he went into the train yard, which
Yeah.
was, guess what? A part of his horoscope.
Oh my god.
He
You're
ran-
gonna
He,
end up
he
in a
was on the
railroad.
wrong tracks. I think that I also hate about this movie is like whenever they're about to die, like the movie is like, hey, remember the tarot reading at the beginning? And it recites it.
The tarot reading.
Yeah, the carrot reading, my bad.
You know what I
Yeah,
you know
dude,
what
she
I
read my
think
carrot like a book.
you know what
Yeah.
I think could have
Whoa.
happened? You know how I think they all could have survived if they just did the exact opposite of what
Well,
the
look how-
card predicted,
Well,
or like
not,
what
no, not
like
that.
what their sign is. If they just
Not
did the
that.
exact opposite.
They literally said that to the token fat man, and they said you're being your horoscope right now. You can't make rash, bullish decisions. And he said, "Fuck y'all, I'm going home."
That
And
shit
guess
was
what?
so silly.
He's one of the motherfuckers that
Yes, no
survived
shit.
at the end.
Yeah, what
Here's
the
another
fuck?
thing, though.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
here's the
That
thing-
was
here's the thing.
fucking
This is
We'll
how
get
you
to that
survive.
because that confused me. That confused the fuck out of me.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. You know how you survive it? You just go to a fucking Walmart.
Yeah, what the hell could happen at Walmart?
Because it's a fucking public place. Apparently, remember fucking Spider-Man's friend, the only reason he lived, I know we're getting jumping way ahead to the very end, but literally his roommate saved him by walking in.
Yep.
So literally just having an innocent bystander by just fucking absolves you.
Which I
Wait,
was
is that
really
how
surprised.
Paxton survived?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
what he said.
He literally
You-
had
did
his
you not see
roommate
that?
walk in.
There was an end
Yeah.
credit. It was like
Yeah.
Well, how'd
they
you
they
live? I
actually
didn't
showed
see
it
the
in the
end credit.
credit scene. Yeah.
you always
He said, I was so brave and I beat him and I came back to save you guys because that was a part of my horoscope also, that I'd come to in a crazy way to
Rescue
save my friends.
friend. Yeah.
And then in the end credit scene, they show him like fetal
Screaming
position in the corner of the elevator, like screaming. And his buddy walks in, he's like,
What's
hello?
going on, man?
Yeah, he's like, hey, what's up?
You
No
good,
fucking-
bro?
Hold
And then
on.
and then it was everything was okay.
No fuck.
Yeah.
I have to look at this now.
Yes, fucking
So
way.
that, like,
So, yeah.
the tarot person never came back for him because
So-
his friend made him evaporate, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they
So
also beat the
fun
curse
fact,
for what?
the way to beat a tarot demon is by just going to a public space because it has social phobia.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
just
well,
have
it's not
social
opening up on my
anxiety.
iPad.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a look at it afterwards.
Yeah, they're really scared people. Don't
Tarot
know.
ghosts are just
wait, I
a
can just look it up on
just a
YouTube.
girl. They're just
Yeah.
You guys continue. I'm looking this up. I got
yeah. Well, sorry, we said we'll get to that later, and then we just explained the whole scene. So sorry for skipping every which way.
Look,
It's okay.
It's on
Travis
brand.
isn't up to date.
Yeah.
but
Travis was high when he watched it the second time too.
I'm not
Was he?
high.
I can't believe Travis is high.
That's crazy.
So
You
yeah,
are
the guy
You
dies.
fool, there's
So yeah,
no-
the second guy, he dies on the train tracks. Which, my thing is like, how the hell did because I don't think there was anything that showed him breaking in, because literally right after the next scene, they're talking to the rest of the characters, are talking about his death with a PI or a detective or something like that.
They're like, "What the
And-
hell? The two of our friends died. Isn't that weird, detective?" And the detective goes,
Must have been an accident.
guess.
Even though the reason why
Jackson
I'm
is
here
the best
with you-
character in the entire movie.
"Oh
Hands
yeah,
down.
Travis is caught up now, everybody."
Hands
down.
down.
Damn. But I think it's silly though. It's why would the detective be questioning them unless they suspected foul play or some shit,
Right.
We're the last
Which
ones
is
that
something
seen
that
him,
I
it
brought
makes
up at the end
sense.
of the movie too.
Which is really silly because it's one leg died because she fell off a ladder and somehow had it hit her hard enough for her to fucking spray blood out of her back.
Right,
You
an
know.
autopsy is obviously gonna show that she was hit.
It's gonna-
multiple
she had-
times as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be wow, she had severe blunt force trauma. Repeated.
Severe.
Yeah. And she was
It
the
wasn't the
only
whole-
one there. That doesn't happen by accident with one person involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, I can understand how they suspect him, because they were
They were the last people to see him.
they're the last people to see him.
Yeah.
It's like true crime shit.
And that's
But yeah, but the
that-
thing is,
I
when
want to
the-
talk about it. Maybe I'll actually talk about this later, because
But the thing-
I do believe that they should be suspects legally.
Oh yeah, they should.
Oh, legally
But the
they
thing
are
is, that makes-
suspects.
The thing that makes no sense though is that when they asked detective was like, "Oh, it's just an accident. You're being outrageous. Murder? What are you, stupid?" You know?
You and your
Yeah,
meddling
that-
kids.
That's
Yeah,
that's
it's
they just said, how do we make it so the police aren't helpful in this movie? Oh, I know. We'll make them
Make 'em stupid.
incompetent.
We'll
Yeah.
show
just make
them
'em corrupt.
one time in the movie, and then we'll never show them again. Police?
Yep.
Pretty much.
Those don't exist. I don't know what a police
Uh-huh.
officer is. That's a mystical creature
Yeah.
in these times.
Murder? Oh, I thought people just died for no reason.
Yeah. Anyways, so the handsome fella, I'm gonna call him Fred because he looked like Freddy from Scooby Doo. He got hit by a train.
Yeah, we
He
just
died.
Yeah.
yeah. He was on the wrong track. Oh my god, the thing from the beginning of the
Oh
movie.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And then
Stupid
and-
idiot should have got on the right track.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because
Yup,
he
being good.
had gone out of the train, running away from the hermit, and then
I'm wondering how.
the hermit was still inside the train and scared him, and then he fell back and then
Yeah.
Yep.
was on the wrong track. Stupid.
I'm wondering how he
Should've
got
been
there.
in the
Because usually
train.
stuff
Hit
like
with the Doppler
usually stuff
effect.
like that's idiot proof.
Subway surfer
Yeah.
looking ass over there going, I'm gonna jump on the train.
Just
Yeah.
But-
hard.
So yeah, next we skip through the police investigation shit, and then the gang goes on about their lives a little bit, like, oh, I guess our friends are dead, so here
No,
we
I
go.
thought
They're like-
I thought they tried
I thought-
to devise a way to break the
I thought they had to
curse,
get
right?
together. I thought
Yeah,
they had to
they
get
did.
together to discuss it.
And
At
they
that I thought it was one more death before they were like, oh,
No.
something's
No.
going on here.
No.
the one more death
No.
happened after they met the grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause they were
Yeah.
like, okay, obviously the police, they're stupid. They're not gonna help.
We
So what
need
the fuck are we
help.
gonna do? Yeah, and
Yeah.
the tarot chick, the main chick, she was pretty much the one okay, we're going here, we're doing this.
Let's
Oh, yeah, they did
Google
the
The
it.
way
Pretty
they
much,
found out about the
Googled
lady
leader of the
was
pack.
so fucking stupid. They
Hey,
just
let's Google
like,
it. Let's
no,
find the
quick
worst rated
Google.
tarot reader
And the
Yeah.
fact that like every website in every like dumbass horror movie looks the exact same, is like in the exact same format,
It-
pisses me the fuck
I know.
off too. And it's always
This
the first
movie-
one
It's
that
so
they find
bad.
all their information.
This movie had
Like,
like
what?
it
Looks like
felt
the
like
old withered yellowed paper on the
It
screen.
it literally
Yeah.
looks like the creepypasta fucking forums,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it looks identical.
yeah, yeah.
Which is
No
Yeah,
hate
we
on the
see it-
creepypasta website, because you guys were first.
We
Yeah.
see it in the Slender Man movie. We are now seeing
Mhm.
it in this movie, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta find someone who knows tarot cards." And they're like, "Whoa, she's rated the worst one. She obviously knows what she's doing."
Yeah,
Yup.
and then the one guy's like, why do you guys think this is a coincidence? You know,
and then
it
it
just
was.
you know, it's just it's just happenstance. You know, and he's like for
How
no
does she
reason being like
know?
super argumentative and stuff. Because I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it's his. I mean, he's supposed.
It's
to
his
be
sign.
like
He's
that. It's his
stubborn.
He's
sign.
supposed to be the hard-headed, stubborn man.
He's a stubborn
Yeah.
guy. But they're gonna
Which-
do what they want because they're
I'm not gonna lie.
fucking Scorpion.
I thought he was gonna be like a
She's
bad
an
guy in the end or something like that.
Aquarius.
Just because the way his fate was read out, because they didn't say his death or anything. It's like, oh, you're going down the wrong path. And I'm like, oh, that could mean something.
Oh yeah. No, they said he was gonna lose the people that he loved,
The person.
or the person that he loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Singular.
Yeah.
Yeah, still,
Like, you're making this shit up. Fuck you.
yeah, still going
Yeah.
down the same. Your horoscope literally yellow brick
computer,
roaded the
stop
entire
all that.
movie.
Yep. Yep. Horoscope.
I feel like
yep.
that's what fed into him, like being like, no, like we're not doing this. This is stupid. It's fake. Is because it
Yeah.
like really did tie into like their relationship and like what had just happened.
She also made it personal with bias too. She read his horoscope like a bitch,
Yup.
and she was on
I
his
know.
ass.
I remember when
Just
like,
like-
she was reading it and she was like, I
Everybody
don't
else
mean
was
anything
being
by it.
real.
I feel like it's
And,
because if you think about it, the cards and think about
I'm just reading the cards. You don't gotta be so argumentative.
Yeah, she used the
It
cards
was-
as a scapegoat.
Yeah, I'm
It
about to
was
say that
true,
shit was
like,
so
if you know
silly.
anything- if you know anything about tarot, and yeah, maybe she was being a little rude because they're not in a good spot at the moment.
Yeah. She said,
And
"You're
he
hard-headed, vine
Was
boom."
kind of just
Also-
an asshole as well. Like,
Can-
I don't know.
Can we also talk
Yeah.
about how they drew on somebody's hardwood floor?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
If
I
I
mean-
came into my house after that and I seen that, I would be so fucking
This was during the
pissed.
final fight scene with the
They
with
also-
the tarot woman.
Oh,
Well,
When
to
she
be-
brought all of her.
it's gonna get fucking.
We're skipping way the fuck ahead though.
I'm about to say, if
Again.
this
On
then
this
though,
floor.
Jumping
This is your
everywhere.
guys' house, right?
Yes, this dude they
I don't-
defaced the shit out of that house. So
I'm be real. I don't.
I mean, it was a matter
I'll
of
give
life
it
and
to
death.
them. I'm about to say I'll give it to them then because it's like, hey, it's either that or die. So
There was a literal portal to hell opened up in that Airbnb as well. So wait,
Yeah.
dude, honestly, I don't know if it closed after the curse ended because he was still running away from it when.
No, he was being dragged into it.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. He got out of there, and the
I
portal
wish they
was still
showed how
there
he
when he walked away.
escaped.
we'll never know.
They didn't have the
Honestly,
budget.
I think
Out of the out of the $8
no,
million
she
they
got-
had, they
she
didn't have the
got-
budget.
she- No, that wasn't the bad guy. It was just a bunch of like hellspawn demons dragging him in
Yeah,
or some shit.
I was gonna.
Yeah,
talk
I
Honestly,
about
I don't
wanted-
know how he escaped.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk about that
that's what I
later.
was saying. I
Uh,
thought that was pretty neat.
anyways, so yeah, they all had to get together and like,
That was
oh, this
before he was
late,
dragged.
you know, this late, and she's conveniently close enough where he can drive there. You know.
Yeah, how
Yeah, so they
convenient.
all pack into the car.
The old lady that could potentially help them. She was
The
hella
one person.
close.
The one person,
Super cool.
but
Wow,
you know, on
she's
the
not
way,
very
And then
far
wouldn't
away.
you know? Well,
On the
also
way
wouldn't
there-
you know? She was tied in to the cards. She had a history because her fucking friends died due to the same deck of cards.
Yeah, that was just
Yep.
like a random ass coincidence that I also thought was
I've
stupid.
been searching for
Yeah.
these cards my whole life,
I've been waiting for this moment.
and they were literally a couple miles away.
I'm the reason all my friends are dead.
This
Yeah,
movie's so
literally.
Yeah.
by the
That
books.
sucks.
There's been parts
Yeah,
of the movie
so-
where I like predicted lines before the character said them.
Yeah, it was very predictable. So for
This-
for the listeners, watchers, the old lady was supposed to be the oracle of the tarot, and her backstory was she was in the same situation as these kids, except Airbnb wasn't a thing when dinosaurs were around, and she did the same shit. They pressured her, and she read everybody's horoscopes except for her
Except for
own.
herself.
So all of her friends fucking died and evaporated,
for
and she
her.
was okay and has to live with the guilt of reading horoscopes. So the moral of the story, guys, is stop it with the horoscopes.
Totally.
Yeah.
So
You
after-
horoscope.
After they got the information from Granny was like, "Okay, children, what you have to do is you have to
Wait,
throw
we're
the
skipping ahead
cards
here. We're
into the
skipping ahead.
fire."
We're skipping ahead. Remember the car?
No, that they got that from a website.
Oh yeah, the
No,
car part.
No,
The
no, no,
hang
no,
of
no,
the
no.
car
So the
part.
lady told them that they had to destroy the cards.
Yeah,
That's
but
what they told them. Then they hopped in the card.
them all.
They hopped in the
I thought
car,
the car. I
and then
thought
we
the
got
car
to the
part
bridge.
Okay, I thought the car was the bridge part was before that. Okay,
No, 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 no. So we
Okay.
get to the bridge.
I'm already forgetting.
And- This was so
silly.
fucking dumb. I was
This is
sitting
so
there.
This-
annoying.
This felt like Avengers, the Infinity, oh my god, how does
Infinity
this
War?
do this
Infinity
suck?
Saga.
Harry,
Infinity
you're supposed to be
War.
the smart one, man. You gotta remember
Yeah.
this shit.
Dude, I'm so fucking tired. This felt like the Infinity War movie where they just kept fucking stumbling for no reason and it all fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
this
were on
bridge scene.
track. They were on track to get everything back together. They're on their way, and all of a sudden their car breaks down on the bridge, and it's just so intense moment. And I was like, oh, is something actually terrifying gonna happen? Is she gonna get ripped out of the car violently and
No, she
strung
just
up by the
flips her shit.
rafters? No, what happens is she's playing the video back on her phone, and they're like, oh, you got the hangman. In dangerous situations, you think to run because you're an Aquarius and it's two fishes swimming apart. But maybe next time you're in this type of situation, you should not run.
You
Remember
should head
that.
it face
That's-
on.
Yeah, that's a key moment. That's a key thing to keep in mind.
What does she do
run.
immediately?
What happens is the window starts
Uh-huh.
fogging up. The window starts fogging up, and then the thing draws a hangman, and then it says, "Are you in?" And what does she do? I gotta get out of here.
I gotta run.
Run away.
I gotta
Get
play
out.
into the hand.
And then she takes off down the road. I'm just like,
Yeah, books it.
you were legit just told not to run, and you're
And I'm
running.
like, oh, she's dead.
All your friends told you to do the exact opposite, and you leave.
But guys, it's her
It's the
horoscope.
The
horoscope.
fuck.
It's her horoscope to be dumbass. All right.
I feel like
But,
all of
like,
these.
after two of your friends die, like, wouldn't you try? Just try. I don't know.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
separate from the group. Maybe, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's the rules of D&D. Don't separate from the group. Don't
Yeah.
split up.
Or any horror movie for that matter.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Or,
my
yeah,
rule
any
of
horror
D&D
movie.
is in any situation, pull out a saxophone.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
she
fine.
honestly,
But-
she would have had a better chance of living if she just did
She-
something else than run.
Legitimately, she would.
Yeah,
You're not
and then oh, my camera's freezing up again.
You're fine.
And then another thing that gets me is that the hangman attacks the people in the car, which
For
I'm
no
like,
reason.
No,
yeah, I
it
was sitting
doesn't.
there.
Yeah,
It's
it
Yeah,
like,
does.
it's like
it
crawling
tries to
around on
break
the top.
It tries to
Yeah,
break
then
into
it bashes
the car.
Yeah, bashes his head against the window trying to
I'm
break
just
in.
like, why are you trying to attack these guys? You're
It's not
not
their
their
turn yet.
card. The fuck?
It's not their turn yet.
Yeah. And then it
Don't
decides
you
to
know-
scream and then run up into the bridge. And then
Yeah.
what happens? Well, she gets hung.
Yeah, she like.
Hanged.
My favorite thing though is like some like Looney Tune shit where she literally runs into a noose. Like,
Oh
she's
my
like,
god, I was
Yeah.
sitting there expecting it. I was like, you're gonna run straight into the noose.
You're gonna
But-
run
well,
up.
oh, there's the noose. And she's like,
Yeah.
what's this around
She's
my
like-
neck?
Yeah, she's like-
she even looked at
the-
it and it went snap and brought her up into the
I-
rafters.
That's what I was saying to Estella, because the other bitch, the
She can
tarot
literally just, like,
reader
pull her
girl
head
runs up, she rocks up behind her, and
She's
the
like,
the
"Oh,
noose
no!"
is loose on her neck.
She could
Yeah,
pull it
Nooses
off.
She
aren't
just stood
tight
there.
until there's weight on them. You could have
She
just
just stood
taken
there.
it
Take
off.
it off.
Yeah, I love how
But
she
no,
just literally
But she
watched her
stood there
friend
holding
die.
on
She
to
just
it.
stood
Went,
there.
oh no! What
Not
am I
just
gonna
that,
do?
but
It's here.
her
And
friend-
then it
her
slowly
friends
brings
also-
her up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, her friends are behind her, and she's like, "Oh no, there's a noose around her neck. She's dead. I can't do anything." Yeah.
She just stood there. She's just like, oh my god. Oh, my god, it's like my feet are cemented to the ground. I can't move.
Yeah.
And then next
And
thing
then,
you know,
yeah.
she's just hoisted up, and everyone else runs after them. They're like,
My
oh
favorite
my god,
part.
what's happening? And she just drops like in fucking
No, my
Marvel.
favorite
Falls.
thing. My favorite
Yeah.
thing though is like they're like 10 feet behind her, and they're all everyone else runs up like, "Where is she? Where'd she go?"
Where'd she go?
There is.
It's
That
not like I
nobody
can see
has the
farther than-
ability to look up. Their necks have been fused or something, and
No, not
nobody
even
ever
that.
looks up.
Not even that, dude. If they could literally see her standing there like 10 seconds ago and watch her rise. It's just like the characters have the
Oh, they
same
had the
perspective.
that's the thing. They had the render distance set to like 6 chunks.
Not even that one chunk.
One chunk.
It's like when you're in darkness in D&D,
It's like-
you only have 5 feet of sight.
No,
You only
it's
see
yeah.
5 feet
it's
in
like
front of you.
Low render
like-
distance.
it's like Minecraft Pocket Edition, you know, when it first came out.
Or
Can't
no
see.
object permanence.
Yeah, but it's
Something
kind of
that
like a
I thought
weird
was-
thing.
Good.
I was gonna say it's kind of like a weird thing where it's like because we couldn't see them on camera, they just assume, oh well, they can't see this then, you know.
Some
Hey,
ostrich head in the
I
sand
can't
type
see
shit.
you,
Yeah.
you can't see me. That's
Yeah.
how it
Yeah,
works.
it was like that. I felt like.
Philosophy.
What were you saying?
It was one of the first deaths where the creature or like the tarot person
The creature feature?
the creature feature
Oh, you can see
Like,
it?
ate or like took a chunk out of the girl, I thought, or like
It
something
made like a
Took a
yeah, it made
She,
like a
I
noise like
swear
that.
to God, it like bit her or something.
It insinuated that, yeah, it made like a
Yeah,
noise.
what was up with that?
Yeah, he
But it never
like,
went anywhere.
I thought the
I
creature
don't know,
design
he,
for
like,
the
I thought he,
hangman
like,
was
hoisted
terrible.
her back up
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
could
like
hear
put her
the
up and then
crunch.
like yeah, it made like a eating noise. Yeah.
I'm gonna nibble
Yeah.
on you a little bit. Come here.
So I was like, what the fuck? Why? Like the
Yeah.
hangman?
It had no
Just
place being there.
Weird.
The scene after, I think it was actually the scene before this or the scene. I'm already forgetting. That's how bad this
That's how
is.
bad the fucking movie is.
Yeah, this movie, any of these
Uneventful.
scenes could have been played in any order, and it would have made just as much sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't
But the
make
thing-
it wouldn't make a difference.
But after this, the next scene makes no sense because it basically does another lore dump of lore that we already know, where it's like, oh my god, like it's like, oh my god, our readings are becoming true. It's like, yeah, you know.
Are you
this.
talking about the Granny's Expo dump?
Is after that? Like, yeah, the Granny
Yeah.
already Expo dumped you guys. Why are you saying this? Oh my god, we need to go back to our house.
It's,
Wait, we should destroy the cards. Like, yeah, that's what she told you to do. Like, why?
it's like the
Yeah.
beginning of every episode of an anime
It's
show
like a
where they recap
it's like a new
the
season.
entire series.
It's
Last
like a
time
new
on
season.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's like-
literally.
They started walking like alongside the river of the bridge, right? And then the really funny guy, Paxton or whatever,
I'm just calling him Token.
Token, sure. He was like, I'm going back to my dorm, blah blah blah. Like, I'm not gonna be here. And they're like, are you fucking stupid?
She's gonna wait it out.
Like,
That's your
we just
horoscope,
told her
dumbass.
Not to do that, and now you're gonna go do exactly that as well. Like, hello. And he was like,
Yeah.
I can't be here. I can't do this. I can't do this. Fuck you guys. And he just leaves. And they're like,
And, like-
okay,
And like good
whatever."
friends they are, they just fucking let him commit suicide.
Yeah, they just let
basically.
him
And they
go.
were still like a mile from home, so yeah,
He
bro,
walked
bro
all
was
the
just
way
gonna
there.
tough it alone.
My ass.
Yeah.
Like, they did not drive anywhere because then the lady just shows up at the house. Like,
Dude, the joke that I made, because the there are two cars in the show. There's like a Jeep Cherokee or a Jeep Compass, and then a Land Rover LR3, and
You're some rich
those are the two
motherfuckers.
vehicles. Well, in this day and age, having an LR3 that's a pretty cheap Rover because it's old, but the Jeep, they were in the Jeep when the hanged man came around and it broke down, and I made the joke. I said, well, it's a Jeep, so that makes sense. They broke down on the bridge, and then all of that happened. I thought that was funny as shit. That I was making fun of the movie as we were watching it, but
Stupid
it was fine. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen.
You know
But,
what?
yeah,
what
he
I
fucks
found
off.
interesting. What I found interesting was the gesture scene, the fool. That there was some times where the contorting body, I was like, oh, well, that's interesting.
Like, they did a good job. I think most of the movie budget went into the jester scene. I'm gonna be
Oh, yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
His mask. I feel
The-
like his mask was kind of like.
His
poorly
mask was
done
goofy as
at
fuck.
times.
It was
It was
cool, but
silly.
they did like CG facial changes to.
Yeah, he went
it was like
from-
they changed out a mask.
He went
it was a
from-
cool concept, but poorly executed.
To
Yeah. I think that was the image that I have is him making the surprise face and the blue steel, and he goes from that, and they do like a CG wipe of his face, and then it's like a angry frowny face,
yeah.
and like that's
Mhm.
cool, but it was just wrong. Like something about it still didn't sit right with me.
After
feel
the
like the scene-
contorting part, dude, I just want to talk about like the cinematic choices here. If you're gonna make something jump at someone, try not to make it look like a fucking PNG cutout coming towards the elevator.
Yeah.
It just went.
Gary's
I
mom
I
that
was,
shit.
I was
It's
like,
not
oh,
scary.
that's not scary. That just
Yeah.
ruined the whole
Oh,
scene.
this-
Like have him
This
walk
movie
on the
was-
wall a little bit, like
PNG.
crawl up. Yeah.
Like having him walk on the ceiling, I thought that was pretty dope. I was like, oh, that's
Larry-
pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
think-
having the doors of the elevator open and close as he was like getting more scared was cool.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
PNG cutout just like.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
dumb.
So bad.
I'm be real. Were there any scenes where you guys actually jumped or got scared? I'm curious.
No.
No, not at all.
No, none.
There's one scene where it caused me to go. It was really the fucking part, the lottery ticket. That was it.
Lottery ticket?
Yeah.
Where the
Oh, in the very
guys
was
smashing
beginning
the
when
the
glass.
very beginning
yeah.
when with the
I
hermit
won
kill.
$700.
I won
Yeah.
some
Oh, just like your
$100.
horoscope. Yet
Oh my
another
god.
like oh my god.
You used up all your luck, buddy. Now you gon'
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, she said he was gonna come into a small fortune or some shit, and then lo and behold,
He really does.
same day he gets a scratch ticket and wins $700.
If 700's a
Yeah.
small fortune, dude, then I'm a fucking millionaire.
Get me $700.
Hey, a fortune's
It's a small loan of $700.
But honestly, I thought the elevator scene was a bit too long. For it was.
Yeah.
They drew
Oh,
out
yeah.
like the hanged man was drawn out, like most of it like it felt like it should have gone faster, but it was still the same pacing of other
It-
like kills in different movies.
It,
It just
should
felt
have been.
too long.
It should have been
was
spent more on
boring
like
enough.
character building. The
Yeah.
problem with the
Well,
movie
listen
though
here,
is
man.
like
They had to, fill in an hour somehow,
I think this was an
Yeah.
hour and a half movie, and they still had
Yeah.
trouble filling it.
yeah, they could have just fucking I don't know do character building, make us fucking root for the characters instead of just like
Oh, yeah.
oh, so that's how they die.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I
make me-
didn't care that they were dying.
Make me
Yeah.
care for the character.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what,
Oh.
Travis? You know what we need to do for the next horror movie? Alien.
The-
We
Actual-
let's
we
save
watched
movie
Alien
ideas.
Romulus.
Let's save the movie suggestions for the end
Okay.
of our review.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh,
Okay.
so we get to the house after the gesture scene. Okay, get to the house, and then they're like, "Oh, we need to go down to the basement." Okay, they're like, "Is the house still available?" And she was like, "Yeah, because I just booked it." And they stared for like 10 seconds too long. they just stood there and stared at the house. I was just like, "Is this like an editing mistake? What happened?" I was
It's a
like,
comedy
what's
movie.
happening here?"
The only thing that's
It was
missing is the
supposed to be
fucking laugh track.
impactful for how epic it was when she just went, "Yeah, I booked it."
I just
like
booked
how
it.
easy
That's the
it
thing that's
is
weird about
to
this movie.
get
It
a place.
feels so out of tone. So, like it's like, is this a Marvel movie? With the Marvel.
Are they trying to be funny and serious? at the
Marvel
same
is
time?
funnier. I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't
I
even
feel like
remember like half the comedy in this movie because it was
there was none.
dumb. Exactly, that's what I
Well,
told Evan, and he's like, "What was the
It's Harry.
one guy?" Oh, sorry.
It
You got doxxed. You got doxxed. Oh shit.
Everybody
No,
knows.
I feel like
So
I
you're
feel
right.
like I'm being too hard on this movie. I feel like I'm being too mean.
Like
but
we
it was
we are
just-
dogging on this movie, but like
Fuck
it's
this
so
movie.
easy.
It's like a typical Netflix movie. That's what I was
This
trying
movie
to
is
with
Oh,
the
yeah,
Evan.
you
It's like
explain
it's
that to
a
me.
typical horror Netflix movie.
This-
It's like you're not gonna get like Terrifier, you know? Like that's not the type of movie this director is going for. You know, that's you can't hope for that when you're like,
Yeah.
okay, let's watch Tarot by
Well,
this director. You know, like
let-
that's
This
not what you're
movie-
I feel
gonna
like they
get.
could have
Let
taken.
me
I feel like
explain. Let me
Well,
explain
real-
where that conversation came from, because I was saying with the kills and with when people were dying, I was hoping for more artistic, like
We're good.
it was some gore. I wasn't expecting Terrifier shit. I was expecting like
Terrifier's a little too much for my
indications
palate.
of they were of legitimate harm to them, other than blood
Yeah, they
splat
hinted at it.
noise and the corn syrup blood that they show on the floor. Like there was no, you could have done shit
There's
ass
no
makeup
gore,
on their
yeah.
face or on her back,
Now that I think about
like
it,
something.
It was-
feel
it was almost
I feel
all
There
as
was
of
if-
it too.
nothing.
The closest thing we
feels
get to
if they
gore
took-
is the girl getting hanged. Honestly,
That was the most dead body we saw. Well, and we
Yeah.
didn't even see her head when she was hanged.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or
she
the
showed
girl
looked
who
her
fell
lower
off,
body.
or the girl who
looked more
fell
like
off
a
the stair,
mannequin.
not stair, off the ladder.
Yeah.
The girl who fell off the ladder was like the.
That's what I was
Actually,
looking
no,
for.
No, the old lady. The old lady was like the
I was
only
gonna say
one
the old
gore
lady.
death. That was
Oh,
it.
With,
yeah,
the
you're right.
swords in her
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're getting there. I
Which-
feel like,
Like if
Spoiler,
if we had more of that, I
Whoops.
would have been pretty happy with the movie.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say,
Yeah,
if
I
they
was-
took the movie in a certain direction, you know, worked on atmosphere building, work on character building, work on, you know, world building, give us a reason to fear the fucking tarot cards instead of like, oh yeah, the priestess is gonna come after you. Because the trailer for the movie looked fucking phenomenal. I was like,
I
oh
did not
shit.
watch the trailer.
didn't
I
watch
looked at the
it. I didn't
trailer
know
and I
anything
was
about
like,
this movie.
oh shit, this actually looks good
We should
because
watch
it
the
shows the priestess coming out of the shadows in the attic. I'm just like, oh shit, this looks good. Like you see the fucking hand extending and shit. I was like, where was that in the movie? Where was it?
There was none
wanna
of
know-
that actual
It wasn't.
vibe.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to know what you want to know? See, I see PBS here, bro. I see Sprouts, Sesame
Hey,
Street
Oracle.
looking ass,
Yeah,
rejected
this
Muppets, bro.
This was a Disney horror movie.
Yeah. But,
If Disney made horror, this is what it would be. Actually, they made a scary ass villain. Or no, was it DreamWorks that made the scary ass villain?
DreamWorks makes the villains, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DreamWorks. Death personified. Perfect. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy is a dude to be scared of. Okay.
The
Th-
Puss in
this-
Boots movies.
Yeah, that gesture up there behind Harry and Estella, I ain't scared of that. I would have slapped the shit out of it.
Well, okay, the costume could have been the same. You didn't have to change anything about the jester's costume, I believe. The way he acted could have been changed. The way they edited him could have been changed, and he
It's
would
how
have
they
been
utilize it.
significantly scarier.
it's how they utilize it.
Yeah, give me,
Honestly,
give me
yeah,
something
it's-
like the Grudge or something like. Give me like fucking walking backwards, upside down, like its
Yeah.
head does a whole 360.
It's- honestly-
they just did it wrong.
A lot of it is, for me, I feel like is more less of what you show and what you don't show. Allude to more, let like literally the viewer
Less is
use their
more.
imagination.
But
Less is more.
I also I could say the opposite with the gore thing though. Like
No,
they
the
left
gore's
it all
different.
up to the imagination, but like
Gore's
I just
different.
sat there going, eh.
But I'm saying with the monster, like for example, like at the end, death, I was like, ooh, this is kind of freaky, and then I saw them like their full design, like their full character. I was like, oh, that's not scary.
Okay,
right,
wait, hold
okay,
on,
so
hold on.
you're saying darken it and make them more mysterious than
Exactly.
a dude in a costume.
Yeah,
If there by any chance is a director out there watching this, which I highly doubt, but I'm gonna say this anyways.
If,
If
you're
you
watching this,
guys
hell
want-
yeah. Sorry
If
for
you
dogging on your movie.
guys, if you guys want a great example of horror, if you're trying to do horror and you want a great example of how it's done, play Mortuary Assistant.
Oh my god,
play
that
that.
game does it so perfect.
It does it so well, and then take that
I need to
concept of
play
what
that
they do and convert it to movie. Atmosphere, suspense, and then
The noise,
the jump scare,
sound
the
designs,
the slight jumps, the sound designs. Is yeah, I mean, that game gets me to scream all the time. It's a fucking horrifying game.
Yeah. I'd
Will I
say
ever
also,
step inside a mortuary?
Even the
Hell no.
demo is nuts.
The demo is scary as fuck. Take an example from that. I think that is a good example of how horror should be done.
And if you're the developer of of the game, port it to
I salute
VR.
you.
Stat.
Oh, make it multiplayer too.
Multiplayer and or VR.
I feel like
Game
people
of the
think
year.
make it less scary.
Both.
Honestly, that's why I
Oh,
love
dude.
Lethal Company so much. I know we're way off topic now, but
Lethal Company is funny because it's goofy as shit and the
No,
timing
Lethal Company
is
VR.
great.
no, here's the thing I love about Lethal Company. Lethal Company's a comedy game until you're the last guy alive, and then it's a fucking horror game.
And then it's a shit show. Yeah. You're
And then it's
totally right.
terrifying. That's what I
Anyways,
love about Lethal.
We're coming up to the
Totally
hour mark,
disappeared.
but let's finish the movie review. Let's finish the movie
Yeah.
review.
Yeah.
If we want to speed run it, we can.
We've already talked about most of the end, so let's speed run it a little bit.
Yeah, so they get the granny there because they're like, oh, we can't burn the cards. The cards are magical and shit. They can't burn the
Yeah,
cards.
come over, help
Which I
us.
was like, great concept. That was a
Uric
cool
acid.
concept.
Bring
Yeah, they had to
another
find
character
another
back,
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring the granny
I'm
back.
fine with that.
Granny came back, and she was like, okay, I'll help you. And she was like, I want to speak to the card, sir, or some shit like that.
I remember I
then-
predicted this.
Yeah, and then the lady shows up behind them, and then she immediately was like, ugh, some like force shit from Star Wars, and forcefully read her tarot,
I thought
Which
this
was
part was
the,
goofy. I was like,
which was the swordsman,
yeah.
Yeah.
and she was like, don't cross the barrier, she'll get you too. And she was dragged into the darkness, and that's
My
when
thing
like
is like,
That was cool, but
I
still
don't
it was
feel
okay.
right.
I didn't like that scene because it one of those things where it's like I thought she only went after the possessed lady or whatever the heck you call her only goes after people where you got your tarot read and
Well, that
She did
that
get
was
her
the whole
tarot
thing.
read.
She
She did get her tarot read.
but
yeah,
then she's like
the witch read the old lady's tarot right there.
yeah, but it feels like it's contradicting the whole thing of like
Yeah.
it's like, oh hey, I read your tarot for you, haha, lol.
So this is
The old
when-
lady, like,
What's up?
read her. Didn't she read her like tarot and then like,
No.
summon her and tell her?
No, she just took the deck and
No,
put it-
she just
drew
did
on
the
floor with-
summoning.
She summoned her using the deck.
Right, and then she like
Yeah.
asked her questions like, "Why are you in pain?" Like blah blah blah. And so I think
that
that's
was at the
why
very end.
she was
That was at the very end.
I hate that part.
that too. But I'm pretty sure the old lady still like asked her something about like the past.
No,
Really?
I think she was
Yeah,
like
no.
trying to do like a banishment
she
thing.
was trying to. I think she was trying to talk, but then the witch lady immediately took
immediately
over.
just immediately was like, fuck you, this is
And
your
it
turn.
was
kill you.
immediately a death sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it that much.
And then-
the old lady disappeared for a while.
And the group
Yeah.
split off. And we're gonna talk
As
about
they do.
we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about the other lady. Okay, the other chick in the group who went down to the basement because she heard this person right here speaking.
He's dead.
She's dead.
Yeah, mimicking.
And I'm just like, I was sitting there, I was just like,
She's
okay.
getting more stupid in the brain.
Yeah, I'm just like, she ran off and she separated and she started following the voice. I'm sitting there, I'm
Yeah.
thinking to myself, I'm just like, you're asking for this.
It's
You're
like,
Yeah.
You're
dead.
asking for your punishment.
There's
she
no way
walks
you
in.
don't look at your own situation and go, maybe this is a little fucking stupid.
Hey, oh
I
my
should
god,
turn
she's
around.
back to the house. Yeah, it's really
No,
No one
stupid.
should
And then
that in horror movies.
fun
I would
fact,
think
by the way.
that.
It's a good idea.
Go in the dark
Oh,
basement.
actu-
Door closed behind me by itself.
Yeah, fun
Just
fact.
it must have been the wind.
And then and then she goes down there
it's-
and then she looks. I was sitting there, I'm like, oh, the light bulb's gonna pop. The light bulb's gonna pop and it's gonna get in her eyes. And she's like, oh, I can't see. I can't see. I'm
It's
like,
so
oh,
silly.
your tarot's being read in the background again.
that was Velma I can't see without my glasses.
I
It
can't
was.
see
It legit
without my
was.
glasses.
Yeah, it legit
But
was.
yeah, and then it looked like she was like having a fucking drug trip, right? Because
didn't get
I
it.
guess that's
Yeah,
how
all wonky.
I guess that's how they showed her not being able to see. I'm like, okay. As she bumps into the magician, which was her card, and instead
my
of
God.
running out of the room, what does she do? She gets in a box.
She hides.
She gets in a box.
As soon as she got in the box, I was like, I know what's going on.
Oh, she
As
hides.
soon as she got in
it's
the
a
box,
chest.
it was Jover.
It's like
was,
it's for visuals. If you haven't seen it, it's like a big ass chest that
Yeah.
people put at the ends of their
editing
beds for
Harry.
storage
Put it
and
up on
shit.
screen.
Toy.
I'm not doing that. Yeah, it's like a big
But yeah,
ass toy chest that
it's
you
a
can
hu-
lay down in.
It's a human-sized chest, yeah.
Yeah.
It was bigger than a human-sized chest. She could like sit fetal position in it.
No, not even
Yeah.
that. She could
More than
fucking
she
sit.
could, like, crawl
No, she
around.
could
and you could
sit up
fit
with her
two
legs
people on
fully-
top of each other, like laying
Yeah.
down.
It was a big.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can have a person sitting in it without their legs bent at all.
So
Yeah.
she hid in
Yeah.
the box after the magician was mid. I thought it was so underwhelming. and she
Yeah.
hides in
Yeah,
the box.
he was on. It was a magician on a stage, like an interdimensional thing. Like she walked into the other room, and it was a stage full of like dead people as the audience.
feel
I thought
like
that
it
was
like, the
kinda
whole
goofy.
Albino
arrow.
motherfuckers. It was silly. Yeah, this movie's fucking silly.
He like
And-
didn't look like his card. I feel like either.
No, not at all.
Like,
No, I think
There's just
that
some old guy.
and the hangman didn't look like their card.
yeah.
Yeah.
The hangman was just Golem.
Yeah, literally Gollum from Lord of the Rings. But she hides in there, and he locks her in the box. I'm just like, oh, well, you're done, son.
I also predicted it.
Yeah.
And
like,
he
guess
pushes
what?
her.
Yeah, as
Well,
soon as she
'cause
got in the
this-
box, I
the
was like,
song
oh,
in
he's
the-
gonna.
Song?
The song in the
Yeah,
background was
yeah.
like "I saw you" or something like.
Right, it was like, I saw you get in the box. I'm just like, okay. Yeah.
They did that
This is how
multiple
it's gonna go.
times. That was
The whole
And then
song
he
was-
started
did it, like,
sawing
2
the
or 3
box, and then he cranked it down and made it body size, which this part made me so mad. So he starts sawing it. He starts sawing into the box, and he's looking so goofy. But he doesn't saw her in half. He started sawing her knees. She went in for knee surgery, bro.
Yeah, she had knee surgery.
She
Yeah.
was getting
That-
knee
yeah.
surgery.
She got cut in like fourths or something. Like, why wouldn't
She-
she just go in half? At least.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just.
upper
How did
torso.
you? How did
Yeah.
you die from that?
You actually
She
had a
died
from
getting
movie
shock?
had
her
a
That's
knees
what I
cut
was
off.
thinking. I was
Dude,
like, if
the movie-
anything, she died from shock, cause like.
Yeah,
Yeah, that.
the movie had a
That's
chance to
hilarious.
actually make me squeamish because I hate shit where it involves guts. And I was like, oh man.
I was
hope
like,
this is-
yeah, I was
exactly what
sitting
I was
there.
saying.
I was like,
You know.
ooh, are they gonna do this? Do I actually want to look at the screen? And I was like,
yeah,
fuck it, for the podcast, I'll look. And then you just see him going,
just
There's nothing.
cut
Yeah.
away.
cut away. It
Zero
shows her
gore.
getting her knees cut off, and then you see her face going,
Yeah, she's gooning.
yeah, her goonie face.
Hey,
She
hey,
just
Travis.
died.
Fun fact. Did you know? Hey, Travis. Fun fact. Did you know that you can't look up and touch your bottom of your chin with your tongue out?
I'm not an idiot.
That's what she was doing. She fell for it.
Yeah.
She was doing the Ahigo face.
Yeah. Did you call it the gooning face just now? Did I just hear
the
that?
gooning
Okay.
face.
No, I said the
She
gooner
was
face.
she
yeah.
was gooning in the magician box.
Yeah, she
but
was
yeah.
gooning in the magician's box.
She was gooning mid
What
knee
I-
surgery.
What I was saying was for the reveal of her being cut quote unquote in half, they took the box and you know how the magician like reveals, like he opens the box up and separates the two, and
Yeah.
wow, they left the box and it was like a GoPro from her head down looking out at the crowd kind of thing, and he opened it up and you could see the crowd out there, and it was like the silhouette of her body, and then the camera does this like quantum zip down outside of the box, like it goes through the bottom of the box and you can see the underside and the legs. That was, if she was actually cut in half, that I thought that would have been a perfect opportunity to like conjure up some tubing with the wet blood for effects and hang them off the box to look like guts or something.
Yeah.
No,
The
they just
bottom
didn't
of the
do that.
box was clean. There was nothing hanging off, no blood drips, no nothing.
Yeah.
They
You want-
definitely
you
could've
want-
done something there with $8 million.
People have a lot of blood in them.
Yeah, you want a cheap
Yeah,
way to
I
do
feel like-
gore
I feel like
effects? Fucking
Netflix-
newspaper.
Netflix probably said and they couldn't do gore.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
That's
I
But
not
that
it was
doesn't
either
make
the
sense
director
because-
not being able to or Netflix said no. And
That doesn't
either
make
way,
sense
guys,
because
that's
they have
stupid.
Scream on Netflix. They have Scream on. Also, I have another bone to pick with Netflix.
This was probably funded by
you.
Netflix. Scream was not.
Terrifier on Netflix. So
What?
yeah,
Oh shit.
that's how I watched
Netflix is
Terrifier.
awful.
Was
The original
on
Terrifier.
Netflix, Yeah.
Dude, Netflix, if you have the original Terrifier on here, why can't we have
Why couldn't
gore
they
in
do
this?
gore?
The food.
I'm
this
saying
is-
it right
that-
now.
that's
I'm saying it
ridiculous.
on the podcast. I am an official Netflix hater. I hate
I'm pretty sure we
Netflix.
said that last week.
Period.
Well,
Well, I'm
he's
saying it
still a
again.
hater.
Streaming services, you guys are on thin fucking ice. Not because of your lack of gore, but because you guys are playing ads.
So
What the
dumb.
hell?
Time to go
This
back to
new
cable.
movie that came out is locked, and you have to give me more money to watch the movie. Fuck you.
Yeah, Travis had his shit locked. He watched the movie once and then it said you need to upgrade your subscription to watch this now.
I'm paying
Fuck is up with that?
for a sub. Okay, I'm paying for a sub, and I'm also watching your ads. I should still have access to your new fucking movies because of licensing and restrictions. Fuck.
But I
you.
didn't have issues. That
Yeah, me neither.
nobody else had issues and it just locked Travis's. I don't understand.
I also can't watch the new Scream. Fuck you as well. I kind of wanted to watch that because I heard that was good.
We're watching it.
But anyways, we're off topic. Let's
Okay.
finish this up.
Yeah.
So Granny dies, she dies, and then eventually we're just gonna skip a whole bunch of stuff. You want to watch the movie?
Because it's mostly
Go ahead.
just fucking them running around and running away
Yeah.
from like buying themselves time.
Yeah. So she reads
There's
the
one
lady's
scene-
tarots.
There's one part that's really dumb though. There's like the weird one part where like they, like the main guy and girl for whatever reason, it's like they're running away and they're hiding, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, it's like usually people love each other in times of danger or some shit like that. It's like, why are you flirting?
Oh, they have a
Oh
heart
no,
to heart
he
moment.
was talking about him learning tarot cards and like
Yeah.
zodiac signs and shit. I'm just like, when in the entire movie did we see you doing that? Was it just off screen?
Well, my thing
plot
is just like
movie.
it's
I did a
super,
little mining off stream.
No, it's just the tone whiplash of like just seeing her getting fucking axed in half, and then be like, it's like, when did you learn? It's like, yeah, weird heart to heart, like right after. It's like,
oh my god, we just watched Granny get stabbed by a bunch of knives, but you learned tarot
And then-
cards. Oh,
and
it's
then
so
it gets, like-
sweet.
But that's
and then it gets
okay.
grabbed through the window, and it like whiplashes you again. You know?
Oh yeah, no, he got fucking
Yeah.
yeeted through the window, dude.
He
That I
got
think that scene
yoinked.
was fucking
That was cool.
awesome.
That
That
was
was
cool.
funny.
Well,
Because
It caught me
they
off guard.
low-key admitted their love for each other, and then he got yoinked.
it would have been good under a different context, I'll say that.
you. Oh.
But it was kind of. I'm thinking of the whole like stage thing where like they grab the cane and. Wink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then, Looney Tunes style, bruh. Get off the stage. So she runs downstairs. She reads the ghost lady's tarot card, right? She reads her cards, and she's like,
This part also
"Well,
hate.
sometimes death can open up many doors, but this means just permanent death for you." And she turns into sand and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then
And that's
the guy
kind of how the
pulls her.
movie ends.
Ding dong, the wicked bitch is dead.
Yeah.
And like, they're walking down the street, and then they see Paxton come up. They're like, "Whoa, Paxton, you're alive? How are you alive? We thought you were dead." And he's like, "I thought I was dead too." And then the cutscene after that.
Like, yeah, I was badass, and that's why I lived.
Overall-
I was supposed to come and help my friends, and then he fucking didn't do any of that at all.
Overall, it was a movie, and recounting all the stupid decisions and shit, I think my score's lowered.
Me too. Yeah,
oh,
I remember
it's a 6
the
out of
movie
10.
better than I. Yeah,
See,
I'm not. I
rated
my,
like
I
a
see.
4.
We were 6s, 6.5.
Yeah, you
I
guys
think
are
I'm gonna go
I'm-
down to like a 4.5.
I'm gonna go down to a 3.
I'm like a. I'm still where I'm about like 3 or 4.
Actually,
This movie-
I don't think it was as
Actually,
bad
this-
as Slender Man though.
this movie made me really mad at times. So I think
This movie-
2.5 tops.
The thing about this movie is that it feels generic. Like
It
I
does.
knew
It
and the
feels
movie
like
the movie spoils itself at the very beginning, so you already know what's gonna happen, and it's like, why should I care? I already know this person's gonna die, this person's gonna die, this person. There's no suspense on if they're gonna live or die.
Yeah.
This is a
reason
scary
why
movie I would watch with my kids.
Yeah.
That's
the
perfect
reason why
yep.
Slender Man for me is a bit higher than this is because at least Slender Man still had some mysteries. It still had mystery to it.
But they
It
also
didn't-
like made some shit up.
Yeah.
Like
when
Slender
Slender
Man
Man
had
movie-
actual lore and limits from the creepypasta,
Yeah.
tarot
and they
cards
made shit up.
have been around for centuries.
Well, yeah, but
Maybe they made
Tarot
the
cards and
thing up about the witch, like combining astrology and tarot cards. Because
I feel like
that
this was
big
already removed.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, this already felt more fantasy than Slenderman was supposed to,
You know, I was
At
thinking
least-
and I think
at
that's why
least-
I'm okay with it.
keep me in mystery.
yeah.
And you know, Slender Man didn't have that big of a fucking expo dump.
Well, I wish they
Expedition.
piecemealed you it. I wish they piecemealed us it, like the exposition, instead of just dumping it in the middle
Yeah,
of the movie.
feed
Like, okay,
me
so
it
Yeah.
little by little. Keep me interested.
Let
Like,
us-
"Oh, I want to know why this witch is mad. Oh, they hung her child. Okay.
give us an answer, but not give us a full answer. So we're still asking questions where it's like, okay, this is this, and then why this?
Yeah, we don't need to
then
know
it leaves on-
everything.
And then, but the movie's like, oh, this and this, and it's like, oh, so this is we know everything. There's no
Yeah,
mistake.
at
There's no
least
mystery.
10 to 15 minutes of the movie was an expo dump. I'm just like, wow,
Damn.
this is
Yeah.
all the information that I wish I got throughout the movie. Thanks. Thanks, game.
That's the stuff that you do if it's a TV show and you need to fill in episodes. So you do the
This is-
backstory on some
yeah.
random ass character.
If
that's what some
the
anime
analogy I
does.
used earlier. They literally laid out the yellow brick road for the whole thing.
Yep.
Like it was all laid out for us. We didn't
My
have
camera
any
died.
room for us to figure it out. That's okay, Travis.
Yeah.
The episodes. I
It
can
was
close
so-
out the episode.
I'm gonna restart my camera.
there's
Yeah, fix that shit.
I've like basically knew most of the movie before the 20 minutes were up, like first 20 minutes were
Yeah.
over.
So you're
It's
right.
like-
That's what ruined it for me.
This yeah, it's like I already know what's gonna happen. I know how these characters are gonna die in some way. So it's like, you know,
And
and I
some
don't
would probably argue that that's a part of the allure. Like, you know how it's gonna happen, and like, oh, how are they gonna do it? But I think that defeats the whole purpose of a horror movie
yeah,
Mhm.
because
There's
it's not
no
scary if I know
suspense.
it's gonna happen.
there's no suspense or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if it did in like a very creative or interesting way that's unexpected, then okay, cool. You know,
Yeah. And sometimes they can do that, but this movie just didn't do it. That I
Yeah.
told Estella that it felt welcome back, Travis. It felt like
I think in Final Destination,
like they're coming out of a college, like this was a director's first real movie for Netflix. Like
yeah,
he came out of college and he got picked to make a movie for Netflix, and this was his first real go at it.
Which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Let me look up
considering
and see who the
$8
director
million
was.
Like $8 million feels like it was way too much for what this movie came out with.
I think most of it was probably spent on the CGI and you know.
Yeah,
sets
I'm
and
curious
stuff.
to see if they actually used the whole budget, or if they went over budget.
Well, there's also
Because like
marketing. and
none of
stuff,
the
too.
actors or actresses were name people,
Well, except for Spider-Man's
Spider-Man's
friend.
best friend.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they were all B or C grade actors, and sorry to be disrespectful like that, but there's no way $8 million went into this.
Really quick, some new info has come to life.
Yeah.
So the directors were Anna Halberg and Spencer Cohen, and Nicholas Adams, the
Three
writer
directors.
of the 1992 novel that Tarot is based on. So this is based on a book.
Interesting.
that I bet is way better.
Probably.
So the book movie adaptation of a book was the shit version of the book. So cool. Yet another movie where they fucked it.
You guys had the material.
It's
Yeah,
almost.
there's
I'll say
probably
this.
so much information like missing from the story because they always leave shit out, like especially
Yeah.
like, good stuff.
There's
Like,
some
I'm
point.
curious, like to hear what people have to say, like people who've read the book, like what they have to say about
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause-
so he made. What's his face? Spencer Cohen. Which honestly, this probably should have came at the beginning of the podcast, but you know what? We're doing it now.
Yeah, sorry.
He's known for Moonfall, which is 5.1 star. Extinction, 5.8 stars. Tarot, 4.8, and The Expendables 4, which is a 4.8. And then let me go to the other lady. Where is she?
So this dude's
was
exceedingly
this
average.
their first? Was this their first go at a horror movie?
Looks like it.
Dude,
I
she
feel like
worked
I
on the
remember
same
Extinction.
movies. What's her
Yeah,
name?
she worked-
Anna
she-
Hallberg. She worked on the same movies. The only one that's different is Classified. And it's a podcast series.
So not a movie.
Whoa, she works on Classified?
Yeah.
You know about that?
Bruh. I've heard of that's the only thing of hers that I've heard about.
To be
I
fair,
want
I'm
to get her
not
on.
huge
I want to
movie
get her
guy.
on the corner show. What happened? What happened here?
What
Yeah, what's
the
up
hell
with that?
happened? Did you put this into a chat GDP like input? Like
Did you
Make a
have
horror movie based
ChatGPT write this script? Like,
make
what-
a
what-
horror movie. based
Honestly,
on
they
Cryptic
probably
Cards.
did.
That's how it feels super cookie cutter. So
I know this was. Yeah, that's also another reason why my score is so low. This is a very generic
is-
horror movie.
This is totally if Slenderman movie was made in 2024. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
bro.
honest. Like it was better than Slenderman simply because of the technology and the times change. But
Yeah.
honestly, it feels like that would be the movie if it was made now.
I wish the movie had a laugh track. It would have made this movie so much better.
Like,
That's
quiet
why
like
that's
this.
why we all love the Token Man.
Token.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the
Paxton
comedic
was
relief was the best part.
character.
We
That is
all
why
love
this
Spider-Man's
show.
best friend.
That's why this movie is not a 1. Is because Paxton was the best character in the entire movie.
Bro.
Thank you for holding it up.
Yup,
Yeah.
yup. Hold on, let me.
He's
let me
4
get the
points
actor's
wide.
name.
Oh shit, there's a
I'm
there's a bunch of movies that came out this year. The Exorcism, The Strangers, The First Omen, The Boogeyman, The Night Swim,
I think we should do
Ouija.
Boogeyman.
I think we should
Origin. That's
do like a
2016.
classic
Jacob
horror movie.
Batalon is his name, who played Paxton. Jacob's the goat.
Honestly,
the
The
actual
Boogeyman looks
goat.
awesome. I kind of want to watch that.
That looks scary.
I kind of watched the OG.
It's
Alien again. It's been a
3.1
long
stars.
time.
Yikes.
Are we just gonna do bad horror movies? I've been to do some bad horror.
We should have a
movies.
bad horror
Dude.
movies like run.
I remember.
I think-
I want. There's one bad horror movie that I want to watch. That I did with my best friend Josh forever ago, and it's called Jerusalem. And it had the entire gimmick of the movie was Google Glasses. So that's how you know.
Are you
it's
kidding
bad.
me?
No, I'm not. The entire gimmick of the movie was Google Glasses. There's a fucking
You
half
said
the movie's an ad plug.
Jerusalem?
I think it's called Jerusalem. It's
Yeah,
bad.
Jeruzalem.
It's even spelled wrong.
Jerusalem. So does Z stand for zombies or some shit?
I'll just say this. One of the things in the movie that I remember is like, it was like, oh my god, there's a fucking free image I saw from the internet. You know the Russian sleep experiment image?
Yeah.
I saw fucking that in the movie, like in the very beginning, and I was like, oh.
That's what
Oh.
the movie's based off of. You know what?
No, it's
Yeah,
not. It's not
th-
at all.
this is-
Oh
This
my
is
god,
what-
you're 100% right.
Google Glasses.
This
a
is
horror
what.
movie.
This is what we're starting the new series. Bad movie review. Bad horror movie review.
Horrific horror.
Horrific horrors.
Horrific horror. Yeah. We should totally watch Jerusalem. You're saying it was like a first person movie?
That was
Parts of it worth the
weird.
first person, yes.
That is so
It is-
strange.
It was.
We
bad.
have to watch it.
It was bad.
Mom, my
Is that the
phone.
next movie? Then? Is it on Netflix or where is it on?
I don't remember
It's
when I watched
on. Let me go back a couple pages here. Amazon Prime.
it. Okay.
More ads.
Well, then we go back to 1, 2, 3 movies.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't do that. We don't.
What?
Pirating movies is illegal,
Yeah.
It's
motherfucker.
illegal. It's illegal and you should not do it. It's very, very bad and wrong.
Bleep that out, Harry. Bleep what I said out.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep what you said out.
You know, I'd love to
Fuckhead.
see. I know it's not horror movie related, but I'd love to see the thing with. I think it's on Hulu. It's like the Amazon, like the series where they're gonna be like making movies based off of games, and one of them's gonna be Concord. And I want to see it really bad. Y'all know what Concord is, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, fuck.
Anyways,
I know it's not
So
related
my-
at all, but
final scores, you guys. What are your final scores?
Yeah, 4.
4.
2.5.
I'll say 3.5
movie-
then.
The acting in this movie was
Shit.
better than Slender Man. That's why it gets
I
a
like
4
that.
for me.
The actors are they're fine. I didn't really
I think you
care,
need to
like-
rewatch the movie because there was parts when he was like, "What do you mean?" Like he was just like, reading
Yeah, I
off
know.
of the
That's what I'm
script.
saying. It's better. I'm not saying it was good. I'm saying it was better than Slender Man. So
Also, the script was
Meh.
pretty awful.
Script was pretty bad.
yeah, it
Anyways.
was ChatGPT. So
I know we're going on. I was gonna suggest that we get our tarot read or some shit, but I think we're already.
tarot. Yeah, we are not reading
Carrot.
our. Yeah.
I'm okay.
Let's read our carrot cards.
What's everyone?
You know, I can read the time, and
They
I
don't know
think
their
the
own
time
star
says.
signs.
I think the time says
I'm-
do the outro.
No, I remember mine. Mine's like,
I'm an asparagus.
No, you're not.
wait, is
Are
it
we gonna?
horoscope?
Are we gonna look at
or-
our
Yeah.
fucking zodiac signs?
Okay, my thing's
my God.
Scorpio, and mine's like a sun Scorpio, some shit.
I have no idea what the fuck mine is.
It's whenever your birthday is this year.
Am I a
Yeah.
sun or a moon? I'm a Gemini, by the way, guys.
It's a sun
Damn.
and a moon and a star sign.
Just the birth
Oh,
date
yeah.
So it
or like the
depends
birth
on
month?
The positions. Yeah.
December.
I need to search mine up.
No, both. Sorry.
Harry, bleep out
Because
this
it
day.
depends, because it's like cut in half. So,
December
like,
15th.
Let me search it up
I
real
don't wanna
quick.
look it up.
I thought you were
Wait,
looking
here.
it up.
Okay, I can look it up. Well, because I know
Okay.
mine and I know Evan's.
Harry's.
Evan. Harry.
Okay,
Harry.
Let me
Bigfoot.
try-
Evan.
It's not that I'm hiding my real name. It's just that these guys can't call
He's
me by
known
my
as
real name
Harry.
consistently, so they just call me Harry.
This motherfucker. His.
Harry's known as
star
Harry
sign is
on the
Gemini.
podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, when is your birthday again? December.
December 15th.
We're coming up on your birthday.
Harry, I'm gonna bite
Heck
that
yeah.
mustache of yours.
So you're a Sagittarius. If only I
Eat-
knew
wowie. What does that mean?
A Sagittarius
What the
Means
fuck does that
you're-
even mean?
Wait.
means you're a bitch.
Not gonna say
Dude,
that.
the only thing that I know about my
lively, passionate, smart, and more philosophical than their clowny energy may hint at.
clowny.
That smart thing is wrong.
Hey.
Yeah.
Dude, she
This
just
is
she
why
just
the
read
thing-
your horoscope. Guess what?
I'm
Fuck.
gonna
fucker.
die.
You know what's funny?
You're gonna
Look up
die,
Scorp-
clown.
Look up Scorpio, and
Oh,
literally, I think
no.
half is just whore.
Whore.
You're
Yeah.
a whore.
Guys, Jared's a whore.
Jared's a you're a man whore.
I'm not fucking joking.
Anyways, fellas, I think it's time to end the podcast.
Yeah.
Or end this episode.
I'm ready.
Okay. Do we have anything else to say? Or can I do the outro?
No, you can do the outro.
Okay.
Just,
no,
I
no,
just
no,
read your
no.
horoscope, and you're the hunged man.
Uh-oh.
I just realized, what happens if
You're
you
wrong.
get?
Read
I'm
mine.
a shrimp.
What if you get the world?
Don't read mine.
What is it like? Because I know that's one of them. Does like Earth just
know.
explode?
The world. No, it's JoJo's.
Anyways.
Zawardo.
Zarwardo.
Sorry,
Anyways.
Travis. You're late.
This game.
I want to go eat.
Oh.
All right.
Anyways,
Alright.
fellas, thank you for watching this far. If you made it this far, join us next week for the corner show. The corner show
Hell
is
yeah.
next week.
Heck yeah.
We're bi-weekly, right? 1 week
No,
is
I'm pretty sure bi-weekly means twice a week. We do every other week. So
Every
corner
other
shows
week
every
means
other week, and then a
every
normal
That's what I
episode
meant.
is every
That's what
other
I
week.
meant.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna argue.
If you
never mind.
guys like this episode, go ahead, like, subscribe, share us with your friends, watch us over and over again. 25% on video, Spotify, baby. Let's get those numbers higher.
Hell yes, gang. Hold on, I've got
I
a
wanna-
thing for the visual learners users here.
Visual learner.
We're
Whoever's
top
sitting here.
25%, bro. Yippee! Let's go!
Baby.
And that's because of you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yup.
Oh, you silly
All of
Thank
this
you
is made
guys.
possible by viewers like you.
Thank you. But anyways, if you guys like this, like, subscribe, share this with a friend. If you guys have anything spooky you want us to take a look at, whether that be a game, a story,
Or a bad movie.
or a bad movie,
Please
let us know
make
down in
it
the
good.
comments below.
Or a great movie. Fuck it.
Please good.
If
Please
you want
a good
Harry to
movie for
shave his
once.
mustache, tell him to shave
Fuck
his
you.
mustache.
I am not shaving my. No, I am not saving. Dude.
Not
It was
for
a
a
joke,
Scooby snack.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Then how will they tell us apart in the art of our podcast? They all know it's me because of the curly ass mustache. I digress. It's the end of the podcast,
It's the
gang.
end of the podcast.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye.